3 habits of overly kind people that often get taken advantage of, according to psychology. Being kind is often seen as a noble trait, but in reality it can sometimes make a person vulnerable to being taken advantage of. Excessive kindness often stems from a deep need to be accepted, a fear of conflict, or the desire to maintain a positive image in the eyes of others. Without healthy boundaries, kindness can easily turn into a burden on yourself. To avoid falling into this exhausting cycle, let's take a closer look at 3 common habits of overly kind people that unfortunately make them easy targets for exploitation. Check out the full breakdown in this video, as featured by Global English Editing. Number 1. Often putting others' needs above your own. Being caring and empathetic is certainly admirable. But when it's done constantly at the expense of your own happiness and well-being, it can become a problem. According to an article reviewed by Danielle Wade, a licensed clinical social worker, and published in Medical News Today, people who are too nice often feel compelled to please others, even if it means ignoring their own needs. This pattern can lead to self-neglect, and unfortunately, those around them may start to see it as normal. That's why it's so important to maintain balance. There's nothing wrong with saying no when necessary. Remember, your personal needs are just as important as anyone else's, and kindness should never turn into self-sacrifice. Number 2. Getting used to being undervalued. It's not uncommon for kind-hearted people to grow accustomed to feeling unappreciated. This often happens because the kindness they consistently show eventually gets taken for granted by others. Research conducted by Northwestern University and published in SciPost also found that people who are too nice tend to feel undervalued or overlooked. When you give so much but don't receive the same in return, it's natural to feel disappointed and frustrated. That's why it's important to speak up about your feelings and ask for fair treatment. In any relationship, mutual respect is a fundamental necessity. Number 3. Forgiving over and over, even when it hurts. According to a 2011 article published in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin, people who are very kind often have a tendency to forgive, even after being hurt repeatedly. Forgiveness is indeed a sign of maturity and inner strength. But when it's given without limits to someone who keeps causing pain, it can turn into a harmful cycle. Over time, this leaves a person emotionally drained and erodes their self-confidence. That's why, while forgiveness is still important, protecting your emotional well-being matters just as much. Don't let your kindness become an excuse for others to keep hurting you. Remember, you deserve respect and kindness in return.